Hello, and welcome back to the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planet. Producer Joe, it is Tuesday, February the 11th, 2025, not Monday, but you are tuned in to Daily Dive. I am your host, Michael Carbelis in Guyton, Georgia. Producer Joe is behind the scenes in Banditland, New York. We are live on 12 on Sports via YouTube, Roku, and Fire TV. Subscribe to the 12 on Sports YouTube channel for other great shows and live sports. On today's awesome show, once I get settled in, obviously, I'm going to overreact to the Calgary Roughnecks, and you're going to want to hear what I have to say after another win by that team. NLL's latest award races heading into Week 12. Goalie, rookie, and MVP. And Fresh Fits, the best-dressed NLL players in Week number 11. Without further ado, we want to first let you know this show is presented by tickets.12ouncesports.com. That's tickets.numbers12letters OZsports.com. Get your NLL tickets for less by going to that website. The website includes every sport and all your favorite artist concerts, not to mention Broadway and theater. Tickets.12ouncesports.com. Now let's get into our first topic. I'm going to overreact to the Calgary Roughnecks. And if you are new to this show, just know this segment has provided quite the fire of conversation online almost every time I do it. This time, I'm not necessarily overreacting to the Roughnecks beating the Vancouver Warriors. I'm going to mention something that people may not want to talk about just yet. And as much as I love interacting with Christian Bianco online, as much as I really think Calgary should not hold him hostage, I'm going to be honest, it feels like the Calgary Roughnecks are winning the Christian Bianco standoff right now. Coming into the season, remember, I had this thing where I predicted every single game. I thought the Roughnecks would finish 2-16. And to be fair, while many people may not have predicted 2-16, they may have thought, hey, this team is not going to be very good. That was the general consensus among media, amongst I consider myself a part of. And the Calgary Roughnecks, at this very point in time, on this wonderful date of February the 11th, the Roughnecks are 4-3. I thought they were 5-3. They're 5-3 on the website that I'm looking at, NLStats.com. It's not updated that game. But regardless, they're 5-3. Okay? And so, they just beat the Warriors, which I, like many others as well, thought that Kurt Malosky would sweep that season series. Well, I mentioned yesterday, ever since I called out Cam McLeod for, I thought that Colby Bowman should get some more playing time. I thought that Gawa Abrams should be on the roster and not Cam McLeod. Well, Cam McLeod has since put a zipper over my mouth and shut me clean up in the last two games. Is this sustainable? I don't know. But currently, the Calgary Roughnecks season, they are playing very, very well. Curtis Dixon, one of the league leaders in goals. And Dane Doby right there with him. The fact is, this team, despite getting rid of Shane Simpson, despite holding Christian Bianco hostage, if you will, they look pretty stinking good. And I've said before, some of these Cam McLeod performances this season, I don't know, the fact they're winning these games, how much better the Roughnecks would have been with Del Bianco. Again, Del Bianco is obviously a way better goalie than Cam McLeod. And I'm not saying Del Bianco is even hating the fact that McLeod's starting. He just wants out of Calgary. But the fact that this team is 5-3 without Del Bianco shows me that at this point in time, the Calgary Roughnecks are winning the dispute. Because the more Aiden Walsh plays well, it only helps the Vancouver Warriors side of things. But on the flip side, the better that Cam McLeod plays, the better the Roughnecks feel about not necessarily being in a rush to move the former league MVP in Christian Del Bianco. So again, the more the Roughnecks keep winning, and I'm not saying Del Bianco is necessarily rooting for them to lose, but he kind of has to. Because in order for this process to accelerate, they kind of have to lose, because that way their pieces lose trade value, which means they kind of want to get rid of Del Bianco and get more pieces back. But at this point in time, you're 5-3, Cam McLeod's playing okay. Could be a lot worse things for Calgary, and Del Bianco's going to have to enjoy the Arena Lacrosse League as much as he can. Because for the foreseeable future, why would Calgary do this? And it's a conversation we may not want to have, but this is why Mike Overreacts does exist, because this is a little thought that crosses my brain, and hey, maybe Del Bianco can sit on the couch for a few more weeks. As much as a fan of the NLL, I do not like it, but there's nothing I can do about it. And Calgary, I think, is just counting their money from their tickets right now more than they care about moving Del Bianco if they keep on winning and Cam McLeod keeps playing well. Well, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below or on social media at Daily Dive LAX. When we come back, let's talk about the MVP, the Goalie of the Year, and Rookie of the Year races. I've changed my tune a little bit. You're going to want to check it out next. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Daily Dive.
Don't go anywhere. Daily Dive will be right back.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
America, get back on track with Dust Pod's Performance Stabilizer. When applied to roadways, it kills dust and strengthens the integrity of the road. Easily applied by mixing with water, Dust Pods is the future in polymer stabilization. Call 1-833-DUST-PODS or visit dustpods.com today.
Daily Dive is back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Reminder, we have an audio-only podcast version of this show. Go to Spotify and search Daily Dive. I want to also mention that in the description of our YouTube videos, probably starting on Tuesdays every week, we're going to start putting the tickets of all the games for the following weekend in the description below. The direct link to where you can get your NLL tickets for less at tickets.12ouncesports.com. So when you're on YouTube, which is where most of you are, click the more for the description and swipe down. If you're going to a game, please use that link. I'm telling you, we're not trying to scam you here. We're just trying to help you get your tickets for less because you're already going to the game, and we're trying to make some money. You get it. It works hand in hand here. All right. Let's get into our award races. In full disclosure, God forbid it's Tuesday, and the website I primarily use is not updated. So the standings still apply. The stats may be a slight bit off, like maybe like a game behind if they played another game. So let's give credit where credit is due for the Rookie of the Year. Brandon O'Neill is still, to me, the runaway favorite as Rookie of the Year. 15 goals, allegedly. 16 assists, allegedly. 17 loose balls, and tied for the league lead with 3 shorthanded goals. However, Dyson Williams has now jumped up to number 2. Dyson Williams, last time we checked, has 12 goals, 21 assists, 23 loosies, and those 21 assists and 23 loose balls lead Brandon O'Neill, and of course he has the one caused turnover. Adam Patra continues his Dane Smith impression or Challen Rogers impersonation with 49 loose balls, 9 caused turnovers, 1 blocked shots. Again, last time this was updated, according to my stat book, I'm looking at the other ones. I also don't feel like clicking on all of them right now. But he's having a great year as well. But I feel like Dyson Williams has done enough to jump him and retain the who finishes behind Brandon O'Neill for Rookie of the Year award. That's pretty much what we're doing right now. Now let's get serious. It's time for Goalie of the Year. Folks, I'm going to be honest. I took a deeper dive into the numbers. I had to give the edge to Dylan Ward right now. Dylan Ward has a winning record, also has almost an 80% save percentage, and I looked up, again, the last time these stats were updated, the amount of shots on goal these goalies have faced is absolutely jarring. So while Matt Vince has obviously the lead in 81.1 save percentage, he's only faced 302 shots on goal. The Bandits have played 6 games. Dylan Ward has faced 480. So obviously the Mammoth have played 3 more games, but because Matt Vince is at the mercy of that fact, I have to put the Mammoth at a higher spot right now with Dylan Ward. Again, it may not be fair, and I get it, but right now Dylan Ward gets the beneficiary of having those stats. And by the way, they've actually played 10 games now, so again, to tell you how big of a discrepancy the shots on goal is, it was my fault for not looking at the actual stats and looking at a website that I trusted. But Dylan Ward actually has played 10 games now and has a 6-4 record. But Matt Vince still maintains number 2. Zach Higgins at 4-4. I love what he's done so far, but to me, Matt Vince being 6-0 still gives him the edge. And who knows? If 4 more games from now, Matt Vince could easily jump this back to the top spot. But currently, Dylan Ward gets the benefit of playing more games. And finally, the MVP now goes to Mitch Jones. This is obviously a race between Joe Rosatiris and Mitch Jones. It's kind of like the last few years when he's like Dane Smith and Josh Byrne. Mitch Jones has 22 goals, 43 assists. Again, that's not counting this last week, which frustrates me. He's also got 2 game-winning goals. Connor Kelly has played very underrated for the Mammoth thus far with 24-plus goals, 25 assists, etc. And Curtis Dixon, there's a reason Calgary's playing well. I mentioned that Cam McLeod is helping. Folks, Curtis Dixon and Dane Doby have been amazing, and Curtis Dixon gets the nod for the stats there. Let me know your thoughts on your MVP, goalie, and Rookie of the Year races. 12 on Sports is Mike. The first thing is cameras. Okay, listen, we're not doing that. We're not reading that comment. All right, I get it. All right, we're not scammers here, okay? But according to 12 on Sports, we might be. No, kidding. All right, when we come back to this awesome show, let's talk about the fresh fits, the baddest of the daddies, the best dressed players in Week 11. Don't go anywhere. We're going to wrap it up next.
Don't go anywhere. Daily Dive will be right back.
You need tickets to that next event? We've got them. That's right, tickets.12ozsports.com. Get you to any sporting event, concert, theater event that you can think of. And the promo code 12OZ or ROME gets you an additional discount. Don't feed the massive ticket corporate machine. Go to tickets.12ozsports.com and enjoy the show. America, get back on track with Dust Pod's Performance Stabilizer. When applied to roadways, it kills dust and strengthens the integrity of the road. Easily applied by mixing with water, Dust Pods is the future in polymer stabilization. Call 1-833-DUST-PODS or visit dustpods.com today.
What up, everybody? It's producer Joe, the baddest daddy in producing history, here to tell you all about the baddest, daddiest merch store. Go to the link tree in the bios of either our IG or Twitter, and from there you can access merch for the only Monday through Friday live lacrosse talk show on the internet. I repeat, the only Monday through Friday live lacrosse talk show on the internet. We got hoodies for when your girl comes over and wants to cuddle. Just don't let her take it when she leaves. How about a baddest daddy cap for when you lie about how much you hate Mike in this show, but you're still here? We've got beanies so you can do that in the cold too. Guys, what's going to happen when all these moms see you dropping your kid off at practice in this thing? Want to sip like a daddy and feel like a baddie? Check out that mug. 6-time NLL champ Johnny T and savior of my Buffalo sports childhood knows what I'm talking about. Guys, I'm really going to need you to start buying shit because I'm getting sick of doing Instacart. But yeah, go check it out so you can start repping and supporting the brand. Producer Daddy out.
Daily Dive is back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
When today's show ends and you're getting your tickets for the next game, get your tickets, NLL tickets for less by going to tickets.12onsports.com, tickets.numbers12letters.ozsports.com. You will not regret seeing things live, knowing, man, I got my tickets for a really good price. And by the way, again, you don't want to go to that website because you're too lazy, go to the YouTube description and they're all right there. It's not hard like you're wasting time by just going to this website, right? All right. So it is time for Week 11's guys that I'm jealous of. I'm kidding. It's time for Fresh Fits. I want to first say that I did. I thought I put Graydon Bradley in here. I did not. So San Diego Seals Graydon Bradley was nominated, but I was not able to put that in the graphics in time. I thought I did, but I didn't. So my apologies. And the Calgary Roughnecks did not participate, but everyone else did in this 18 4-game stretch. All right. Lyle Thompson, again, the Georgia Swarm are doing this slight little trick where they're like, we're going to choose Mike's nominee for Fresh Fits, so here you go. And I'm not mad. I like the look. I'm just, they're going first because we're going to forget them the most, and that's how it works. But yeah, Georgia Swarm chose Lyle Thompson, so I choose Lyle Thompson. There's Colorado Mammoth. There's Owen Ron with a lot of blue. Nice blues. I'm not going to lie. Oh, we're singing the blues. Because Owen Ron's got on a lot of shades of blue. Now, granted, my favorite color of blue is actually royal blue for what it's worth. It's not worth anything, but I like it. Is that like a, aqua? I'm not going to try that. It's a good color. All right. Dawson Feed. Listen, Halifax, hell of a look here. Hell of an angle, right? He's thick, right? No. Zoom in. It's actually a pretty nice plaid going on. Actually, a really cool looking shirt here. Clean shave. Dawson Feed looks like a man who's about to walk into the Wells Fargo Center and beat up on some wings. More on them in a minute. Or cook some wings. I don't know. Reed Bowering. I don't know what it is about this leather jacket, but me and Reed Bowering both love this leather jacket. I love it because I love seeing it. He loves it because he always wears this stinking thing. Also, if you don't like skinny jeans, Reed Bowering's got you. Those are like 1990s like fitting pants there, but I do respect the look here. Reed Bowering is a leather guy. It looks like if there was not an option to ride a bus into the arena, this guy might drive his motorcycle and probably does sometimes, actually. I don't know that. I'm just speculating. Justin Martin not only has a great jawline, but he also, listen, I personally, where's it at? No, it's not here. Oh, man. I actually years ago bought a shark tooth necklace. I'm not going to try to say that it's indigenous heritage. It might be. But I actually chose this because it looks like mine. And mine actually broke because I didn't know this, but apparently they wear down like years later if you don't wear them or like don't keep them fresh. I don't know. It was right here on my table. It's literally gone. I was actually going to show that, and now I'm very angry at myself. But I bought it years ago at like some aquarium. That's a weird story, but Justin Martin gets it just because he's wearing a shark tooth necklace. Alrighty. So, this is very hard for me. The Philadelphia Wings, Isaiah Davis-Allen, was very close to winning Fresh Fits. Had a lot of suede going on with the jacket. Very nice maroon jacket. Nice shoes. I couldn't do it, man. Because the Wings always make this tough. Tyler Burring did his best impression with the Joe Terrence beanie. And the red suit looks phenomenal. I remember when he was playing for Panther City, this guy was also dressing out. So fantastic job. Tyler Burton, you take the nod over Isaiah Davis-Allen. IDA won it a few times for the Wings last year, but Tyler Burton gets the nod for me. Again, the reason I picked these guys is because at the end of the year, those that are new, we have a bracket where after we see which guys win it the most, they're to nominate for their teams, and then you vote on them. But we'll explain that later at a better time. Reminder to follow us on social media at Daily Dive LAX. If you want to follow the show individually, our different little people here for our team, I am at Michael Carvelis on Instagram and Twitter. Producer Joe is at Daddy_Producers on X, where he's providing Bill's hot takes and other trending memes. He's also at Baddest Production Father on Instagram. If you want to check out the amazing graphics the young blood draws up, or just any stories he's following on his Instagram story. And Bigo, our social media manager, is at LJ Lacrosse 49 on both Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching today's awesome show. Reminder, per usual as always, you're the bread, you're the butter, you're the... Where is the shark tooth necklace to my organized room over here? Thank you so much for joining us and commenting as always, folks, and interacting on social media. For all of our folks and superstars that come on the show as a guest, thank you so much for providing your audience with us, giving us validity and relevance. For our social media manager who's always tapping up, a.k.a. Bigo, and for the baddest daddy in producing history, who's always dealing with me, producer Joe, I'm your host, Mike, saying have a great rest of your day. We know you're going to tune in tomorrow, same time, same place, 12 on Sports. This has been Daily Dive. Bye.
Thanks for watching Daily Dive. See you next time.